Okay, let's get started. It's the 5th of June 2025, and the purpose of this video is really to communicate that AstroVagabond has hit the end of the road. I started this channel back with my first astrophotography focused video going up on December 13, 2020. The title of that was Skywatcher HEQ5. Selected my starting mount, and all along this channel was not really about trying to make money. It was trying to stay active in retirement, and I had transitioned into astrophotography because due to COVID I could no longer have people come in for portraits into the studio I had in my home. I really started as a portrait photographer. And then when that opportunity went away, I said, okay, what can I do with the camera? And, let me get a telescope, and the rest is kind of history. You can follow it, and many of you probably have on my channel. And all along, it was really just something for me to document my progression in astrophotography and share some of what I was learning. I never intended to teach anybody anything. It was really that if you could learn through my experiences and grab something from the videos, I thought that would be fantastic, and that's what I did or tried to do with this channel. Had some fun with Patrick Kerrigan. We did a couple of astro chatters. At the time when those things were happening, I was recovering from what I perceive as a vaccine injury, which was really slowing me down. It took me a while to try to get my health back and those type of things. So I really didn't throw a lot of energy into the Astro Chatter podcast approach. But it was a concept. Had fun, did a few videos, interviewed a few cool people, and it was a lot of fun. But and in January, actually the end of December, I moved both my telescopes down to Starfront Observatories in Rockwood, Texas. Greatest thing I ever did. I'm very happy with that. While I was no longer able to put my hands on the gear, it created a lot of freedom for me. And on March 31st, 2025, Lori's mom, Toshiko Tanaka, just a few days away from being 100 years old, who had been living in assisted living, passed away. And as unfortunate as that was, we all eventually reached that point, so it's a natural part of life. It opened a door for Lori and I to travel again, because Lori was really dedicated to her mom, stayed at home, limited us to really just short trips in the local area. We did get to go to Italy while her mom was in assisted living, but her mom was still pretty much with it and everything at that time, and Lori's brothers were able to cover that. But as Toshi continued to deteriorate in her aging, Lori felt the need to stay close to her mom, and one of the reasons why I love Lori, very compassionate person, and she's just a great person. But with the passing of Toshi now, a door has opened. We just got back from a 13-day trip out to Monument Valley. I'm trying to capture a Milky Way panorama. Weather didn't cooperate, just like trying to shoot Milky Ways is not much different than deep sky imaging when it comes to weather and our inability to control it. So, but I just think I'm no longer going to invest any energy into this channel, AstroVagabond. I don't really know what I could say anymore, but I am going to continue to put content up on Lori and Bill Retired. That's another channel that we started several years ago when we were able to travel. We had a Class A motorhome, then we purchased a camper van. So I will have a playlist on there called Photography, and recently I purchased a new camera. I'm focusing on street photography, doing landscape panoramas, and then of course I want to capture my first Milky Way image, and hopefully others beyond that. I want to do star trails, and I want to do all that stuff. But what I really want to be able to do is spend time with Lori and be able to travel with Lori, because we're aging too, and there's, you know, there's only so much road ahead of us, and so we might as well spend that time together and do some of the things that we have not been able to do while Lori was caring for Toshi. Now, I want to say caring for Toshi was a very rewarding experience for both of us. You know, it is just, Toshi showed us a lot of strength in her last days. And, you know, it's just, it's a road that faces us, you know. What does it say? Every beginning has an end, but every end is a new beginning. So if you want to catch up with me, and I'm collected a lot of data, I got to sit down. I collected a lot of data at Starfront. I'll be producing those images, and you know, but I'm not really buying gear anymore. I don't have my hands on my telescopes anymore. Maybe I will take the reducer out of my Edge HD8 and shoot at longer focal lengths with the assistance of the on-site engineers at Starfront to help me reconfigure the equipment. If that happens, I'll post that on Lori and Bill Retired underneath the photography playlist. But I really just want to thank everybody that was a part of the channel, that spent the time to subscribe, to watch videos, to comment to videos. You know, I want to thank Lee Poulin and others who made themselves available for the Astro Chatter podcast videos, Sam Groth. I just want to say thank you to everybody. It was a lot of fun, but I need to simplify my life. We have the 12th Avenue Cuisine channel, which was pizza focused. We have 2512 Pickleball. We have, or had, AstroVagabond. And I started Bill Poplawski Photography, but I'm going to roll that content into Lori and Bill Retired. And for some reason, I think there was even one more channel. So we're going to get everything down to one channel, Lori and Bill Retired. It's going to have some photography and astrophotography. It's going to have some of Lori's cooking. It's going to have our travels. We're headed to the UK in July, Japan in the end of the year. We're really able to travel now, and so we'll be producing videos around those travels. I'll be putting up a couple of videos on the channel based upon our trip that we just got back from, to Bryce Canyon and Monument Valley and Moab and that. And so again, thank you very much. But if you want to catch up with me and check out from time to time some of the astrophotography related content that I'll be putting up on Lori and Bill Retired under the photography playlist, I'd sure appreciate it. Other than that, you know, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, and I will be sharing some thoughts on that channel about what it's like. It's been 6 months at Starfront, so I'll drop a review up there. Again, very pleased. And what it's like to transition from being able to put your hands on the equipment to no longer being able to do that. But again, what I did set us up for the freedom that we have now after the passing of Toshi, who was a great woman and a great mother-in-law to me, and she's, you know, she'll be missed. But other than that, thanks for dropping into the channel. As always, I'd say like, share, and subscribe, but if you subscribe here now, there won't be any more content coming up here. So maybe consider subscribing to Lori and Bill Retired. And other than that, I hope whenever you want to go out and image that you have nothing but clear skies. So AstroVagabond is at the end of the road. It was a lot of fun. I did ask ChatGPT what happens to vagabonds, and it said in some contexts, like the K-drama Vagabond, individuals called vagabonds are involved in a complex web of intrigue and danger, often seeking justice or revenge. That wasn't the concept for this channel, but maybe this one was. In other contexts, such as the manga series Vagabond, vagabonds are individuals who choose to travel and wander, often with a specific purpose or goal. And again, that was kind of the focus of the channel that I intended it to be, and that was traveling to spots to image. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to more spots, but that's the past. But I'm not disappointed that I got out to Amboy with Christian Ralph and Patrick Kerrigan and Death Valley, and so I did get to some spots. And Goat Mountain Astronomical Research Station, if you're in the Southern California area, is a great club. Sacramento Valley Astronomical Society with their dark side up at Blue Canyon Airport, that's another great club if you're in the northern part of California. Those were all great experiences for me. I learned a tremendous amount. Much of what I learned came through comments from people like Johnny Bravo and others that really helped out me get over some humps and everything. So it was just a fun experience, but now I'm on to new things, and photography is going to be a key part, and astrophotography will continue to play a role as well. Again, that content will be in the photography playlist on Lori and Bill Retired. Okay, thanks a lot. I really appreciate everyone's attention over the past four and a half years, and I had fun reading all your comments and interacting with you, and other than that, clear skies.